the Shaun Attwood channel. I'm Ron Swanson. We are here with Paula M. and Heather from the Hood. And tonight we're going to be delving into all the royal shenanigans. And of course, there's been some unmissable news this week about Epstein, his client list. Obviously, we've had multiple conversations about Virginia and the suspiciousness of a lot of actions that have taken place this year, shall we say. But before we get into all that, Paula, how are you? Looking fabulous. What's been going on this week? Fill us in.
I've been doing great. Thank you, honey. How are you?
I'm all right. It's a bit of a stressful, tough month for me, this one. And it's a bit of a low day today, but we are here and we're going to be cracking on. So, yeah. What's been happening with you? What's been happening with you content-wise as well this week, Paula?
Well, I talked about yesterday. I did a video because there's a secret bank account that I heard that, and now it's really funny because the Radar Online is saying that Doria walked out on Meghan Markle while Meghan Markle is pleading for her not to leave. But in my video yesterday, I talked about how there's a secret bank account in the name of Doria and Meghan Markle.
Okay.
And how Meghan Markle has failed to disclose or to file the income tax reports for 2023 and 2024, Archwell Foundation. And now the Radar Online is, and I talk about how there's a lot of discord between Meghan Markle and her mom. And now Radar Online comes out with the news that apparently Meghan was heard shouting that her mom moved out of the mansion, because I mean, it wouldn't be surprising that Doria does that. I mean, she left Meghan when she was like 3, 4. So yes. Yeah. So that's what I've been talking about. And today I'm going to have a very, very, very good video about Jeffrey Epstein and when he was really killed and the link to Meghan Markle.
Okay, interesting. Because we had a wee conversation with that a couple of weeks ago. So we won't be touching on that. But Heather, lovely to meet you. Loving the butterflies. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how's your week been?
Oh, my week's been all right. Yeah, no, it's good. It's nice and sunny here in Vancouver, Canada. And yeah, you know, like Harry and Meghan just give me life because I have no life, as it gets pointed out to me all the time. I'm like, I'm not new. I know. So, but you know, gift that keeps on giving. And I like the whole Doria thing, because I think the last time we saw her is when she didn't like that what would she have, like the pudding, and she didn't go all out and be like, oh, this is the best thing ever. That's the last time we saw her, and Meghan was choked. So maybe she took the money and ran. Swiss bank accounts, offshore bank accounts.
Well, you know that I wrote her because when you go to the elderly loving care home, I talked about it yesterday in my video and I showed the website. It is very deceptive the way it talks, because you would think of an actual physical facility for the elderly, right? But it's not. What she does is, and you click on the link, and then the first thing they ask you is your zip code. You ask for a consultation, you leave your information, blah, blah, blah. And then she will respond to you, because the response I got was from her iPhone saying, can you please send me a zip code? Because then she determines, you know, see, the zip code in the United States tells, especially in California, it tells you if you're in a wealthy area or not.
Okay.
And this woman also, the elderly home and stuff like that, they look at, what you might call it, she looks after the elder population that are very vulnerable. She preys on them. So she comes to their home, and she and Meghan Markle's really shady, Rick Jenow, who's very shady. They can do power of attorney. They can do conservatorships in Doria's name. So basically, she would come and take over everything that belongs to these very elderly, frail people.
Okay.
And let's not forget how her father died under very mysterious circumstances.
He's saying Doria has power to take power of attorney over people. Are you talking about Meghan has power?
The services that they offer, the loving, I'm going to show it to you here so you can see it.
That is super shady. Someone
Yeah.
just said that. And yes, shady.
Yes.
Yeah, that
It's
is
called
shady.
the Loving Kindness Senior Management.
Oh
Loving
yeah,
Kindness Senior.
yeah. Beware of anything
Senior
that has that
Care
many words in its title. The super awesome,
Management.
we'll take care of you, mega awesome fan club. Yeah, doesn't sound sus at all.
No, yeah. And I'm going to show you her website here. I'm going to share for you. And I
Right.
did a video about it. Please go watch it because this is really incredible. And now Radar Online is coming that the relationship between Meghan Markle and her mom is broken down and she was her. So this is the actual website, Loving Kindness Senior Care Management, providing a holistic approach to senior care management. The capacity to care is the thing which gives life its deepest significance. By Pablo Casals, of course, is Meghan Markle. And this was set up, and this is set up in Delaware by the same lawyer that set up all of Meghan Markle bogus actual things, and they don't have a public like they don't have a physical office, right? So you see, they say that we advocate and coordinate life care needs for your loved ones. Okay, and then this is, look at this. The elderly population is growing and will soon be the largest population in need of supportive services. With chronic illnesses and disabilities on the rise, we can expect that more and more people will need care and assistance from family, right? And then they go about that. This is where you reach out for a consultation, right? It's not like you have a place to go. This is our clinic. This is what, no. You reach out for a consultation, you click there, it'll take you to an email. And then they say the common concerns, we address and manage the following. And this is very important here. I talked about it in my video yesterday. Is my loved one safe? Not with Doria. Does my loved one have emotional support? Clearly not if they're living on their own. So this is basically for children. Let's say if your grandparents live in California and you're in Ohio, you know, are they risk for falls? Please keep that in mind.
Yeah, Shane, if you're watching this, one more fall and we're going to slap you with this. Right. Okay. One of our mods, bless him. Big shout out to Shane. We all love you.
Yeah. And then are they becoming forgetful and confused? Are their medications being managed? Do they have adequate support? But this is the part that should. And then they go interested in learning. This is pretty much the same thing. When you click on this, it'll take you to the same website, an email, right? And you click on that. And then you go, this is services can include, but not limited to the following. And then they have medication management, responding to medical emergencies on call. But this is the part that should set alarms for anybody. Additional services, which is coordinate legal services for elder law, conservatorship, living trust, durable power of attorney. And this is, of course, done with Rick Genow, who's this really shady guy who does all the setup. And the address for this company that set up Loving Kindness Senior Care is his office. Just like Archwell Foundation doesn't have any offices. Remember that French documentary? They had no office.
Right.
So they don't have, she doesn't have an office. Okay, and then you go, be assured your healthcare needs are always managed with dignity and respect. Keep in mind that Doria doesn't really have a healthcare professional license because she was actually in the process of getting it when she quit. LKSMC, which is loving whatever kindness, because the word kindness has, is a private pay service provider. They only accept cash. And then you can get scheduled complimentary phone consultation, and you get Doria's.
They only accept cash.
Because then it's not treated.
How we doing, George? How can you only accept cash?
It's not on the books. It's not on the books.
The only thing more sus than would be like if we only accept Dogecoin. You know what I'm saying?
George, I sent you the link on X if you want to join us.
Yeah, this is where
so they only accept cash, but the problem is that Meghan Markle has not filed. If you don't go to the Archwell because they mind your thing. She has an impact report from 2023 that looks legal, which is a 990 form. But if you go to the actual IRS website, the 2023 nor the 2024 have not been filed tax returns. And when you request her, because they are a public charity, any citizen of the United States, any resident of the United States can request Archwell send them a copy of their tax returns properly filed. And by law, they have to supply it. They haven't been able to send it to all the YouTubers who have requested it. And what they do is they direct you to go to their website, which is not legal. They, by law, have to send you a copy of the filed tax return with the IRS. And from what I understand, it's because they haven't been able to justify. They were supposed to show $4 million that are now that are not whatchamacallit, that are not they haven't filed it. They haven't
Not
filed
accounted
it.
for?
Yeah, they're not accounted. They were supposed to show it, but they didn't show it. I'll show it to you. I'll show you the article right now, right? So you can see it. They were supposed to file it. This article was published last year in November. So it's not from a long time ago. This is November last year because they still haven't filed their 2023 tax returns. And with public charities, you only have up to 3 years before your charity gets dissolved and you get penalized. I'm sharing the website, Ron, if you're there.
Oh, yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry.
The mystery of Harry and Meghan's tax return. Archwell Foundation promised to declare $4 million charity donation, but has yet to post latest records publicly. As I said, when they say publicly, they mean to the IRS, because Meghan has posted an impact report on their website, but you can put anything on your website. Okay? And what they say here is that it will appear. It says the charity raised eyebrows when Mail Online reported that $4 million had not been declared. And it wasn't actually 4, it's actually 6, which is called a 990 form, because Fidelity Charitable reported in their tax returns that they're the ones who donated the $6 million, not 4. Right? And Meghan Markle completely ignores those $6 million. In the 990 form they have on their website, not on the IRS. Please understand that there's a huge difference. I can fill it out, I can change it, I can refill it, but what I mean is the ones reported on the IRS website on the page, because it's a public charity, that's the one that counts, and they haven't been filed. See, this is Fidelity Charitable here. You see that, Ron?
Yeah, I see it. But they like, well, their last charity never got anything. There was issues with their last charity's taxes too, right?
Well, the last time they filed income tax to report to the IRS was in 2022. They haven't filed their 2023 nor their 2024. And the impact report that they posted under Archwell Foundation, this is Fidelity Charitable, which is a huge organization that what it does is very shady, in my very humble opinion, because basically, if you want to be an anonymous donor, let's say that Charles wants to donate $6 million to his son, to Archwell Foundation, but he doesn't want to be seen in his name, so he donates it to Fidelity Charitable. And Fidelity Charitable is an organization that they get money from different donors, and then they donate it to different organizations.
Okay, I'm with you.
Okay, so Fidelity Charitable reported on their tax return that they donated to Archwell Foundation $6 million.
So they're laundering money?
Wow.
I don't know what they're doing, but Meghan Markle. Yes, you see it's right here.
Yeah. Apparently, I don't know. Whatever I'm supposed to say. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah. And then you have this here, that's a return organization, blah, blah, blah. This is, they have everything because they have to be above board, clearly, right? Because that's a lot of money. And they could lose, whatchamacallit, they could lose their donation thing if they don't do that. So that's what they donated. She said that's an issue. There are penalties for late filings, but in the United States, if a public charity doesn't file taxes for 3 years in a row, they lose their tax exempt status and they're automatically revoked.
Ronnie's asking, wasn't she jailed for fraud before? I'm assuming she's meaning
Doria,
yeah.
Well, we know for a fact that she has a civil lawsuit 1996 of eviction. And that after that, she went to live with her father. Prior between 1989 and 1996, there's nothing of Doria. There's no whereabouts. There's nothing of her, not even credit card transactions, nothing. And then in 1996, she had been living for a whole year at this location, and she was sued for eviction. And she lost the case, and then she went to live with her father, and then her father tripped on a dog leash. Nobody saw it. He fell on grass, and he died of a head injury.
Wait.
And
He tripped on a dog leash.
yeah.
What was a dog leash attached to like the back of a moving car?
Nope.
Or
Nope, nothing. And he fell on grass. Nobody saw what happened.
he fell on grass.
Yeah, on the front of the lawn. He didn't even fall on the concrete. And the thing is, because nobody saw it, the autopsy said that even though the injuries didn't quite match with that kind of fall, they ruled it out an accident because, it's a Black gentleman. This is Meghan Markle's thing, right? Where you see, this is Archwell. They don't declare the $6 million. People wrongly assume, and I did a video about this because Daily Mail, they're very lazy, right? This is a different donation. This 2,911,000, that's from different donations. 6 million, they only report 5 million. They don't report so this is why they say 4 million. And I wonder who's doing their journalism, because actually they reported 5 million, not 2. You see, and this is what they have. You see the difference here? You see here's the View R 2022 Form 990. This is the one that's legally filed with the IRS and accepted. But then you have the impact report, but not the actual form, which has been accepted by the IRS. They're already late by 2 years. They're going on their 3rd year now because they fell delinquent because they didn't file the 2024. They requested an extension in 2023 to file the 2023 with the Department of Justice in California, and they were given till May 15th to do it. When they didn't get it, that's when an automatic letter of delinquency was sent to them, which became news. And then we had, of course, the governor of California saying, no, that's the DOJ, guys. That's the DOJ. They made a mistake. The check is in the mail. It was not about the check per se because it's only $200. It's the report that they still haven't filed it. You see, and this is after they received an extension. They were supposed to file the 2024 as well on May 25th. And if you go to the Department of Justice, it doesn't say they didn't request an extension or anything. So they're already 2 years delinquent, and they're starting their 3rd year. Because you see, charity goes from the 1st of January till the 31st of December. That's the fiscal year for public charities. So, and I did a video because, yes, my video yesterday, by the way, guys, is that apparently there are quite a few millions missing because apparently they donated to Doria's elder living home care thing, a few millions.
Donated.
Apparently, yes. And this is why they haven't been able to get the posted tax return, because they have to justify how they donated to Joe Biden's daughter $250,000 to an organization she hasn't even built, which is really a spa. And Joe Biden posted it, but didn't when she posted her IRS, she didn't reflect that Meghan Markle had given her 250, or the Archwell Foundation had given them 250,000. But Meghan Markle in her impact report, not the actual tax tax report to the IRS, stated that she had given Joe Biden's daughter $250,000, which is one of the largest donations she's given.
Okay, so I have a question though. When you donate money to a charity and you get a tax receipt, you get a kickback when you file your taxes at the end of the year for making that donation. So why wouldn't you file your taxes? Because then you'd get money back.
No, but this is the different thing. You see, Meghan Markle Archwell is a charity in itself. They're receiving funds themselves to donate to other charities and other organizations, right? So they are, because they are exempt from paying taxes from any money they get. They've gotten millions. The last time they got in 2020 that we know for a fact is in 2023, they got the $6 million from Fidelity Charitable, which I managed to trace all the way to BlackRock and USAID, because all these people donate. This is one of the biggest, it partly owned by BlackRock. It's a form of charity thing that people, you donate to them. If you don't want to donate to a company yourself, what you say is like, okay, I'm going to give money to Fidelity Charitable, but I want to remain anonymous. But you do get the receipt from Fidelity Charitable, and then Fidelity Charitable distributed to other charity organizations.
Yeah, this
You
is
see?
this is just never ending, like suspicious, cover up, dodgy behavior from these two. These two should be the furthest thing from charities, and they certainly certainly shouldn't be involved or have any of their family involved in any businesses that take over the well-being of wealthy, in vulnerable individuals.
Yeah, she's preying on the elderly. Now she's preying on the elderly, and it's all cash only. And this is the thing I'm sharing an article with you.
Yeah, I'm with you.
The tragedy of Meghan Markle's mother, Doria Ragland, is so sad.
Is it?
So sad.
Is it though?
Yeah. Go watch my video yesterday. I did. Doria Ragland lost her father in a tragic accident. You see, and by the way, this is Doria's grandmother. This is Doria's mom, right? This is Doria's mom on the mother's side.
Okay.
Well, her mom and father are half brother and sister. Okay. So, and then we have here, this is Doria Ragland had trouble marriage with Thomas Markle. But I mean, I can show you the front lawn of the house. The front lawn, because the gentleman, you see, nobody saw him fall, Ron, but he was found face down on the grass.
Yeah, that whose death is ruled tripping over dog leash? No one.
And not only that. I mean, I don't know about you. But if my father died and tripped over a very short dog leash, this is a very fit man. I'm sharing with you this. Okay, I'm gonna show you where he was found. Okay. Where this gentleman was. This is where he was found. Are you showing this?
Hang on.
But to be fair, though, if you hit your head, like you could, like playing devil's advocate, right? Like you hit your head good enough.
From a dog leash.
Totally. But then you think it would be on the report, like head wound. So like, I don't know.
100%. If we're talking about blunt force trauma and concrete, right? Like you could totally tangle yourself in a dog leash and fall with such a force that you could definitely do that. But I mean, you're talking.
He fell here. This is where he was found, on dirt, soft soil, which back then had grass.
See, I just that is odd to me, because I have watched. I mean, you ever seen these big like power kites? You see people down on the beach with them. They're like 2-3 meter wide kites, and they'll lift you off the ground, and you can use them for surfing. And they've got little buggies and things like this. Like I have literally watched people be pulled up into the air and slammed head first into the sand, right? And I mean, it looks like I've seen horrific concussions, all of it. And we have to just assume that a kite is like a mega powered super dog leash, okay? So it's a bit odd. That's a bit odd that you could trip on a dog leash, unless you simultaneously like had a heart attack as you were tripping and hitting your head. Maybe it was like a Maybe his time was up and he just so happened to be tripping over a dog leash at the time. I don't know. But that is some BS.
Her father was actually a very fit man. And I mean, I don't know about you. Okay, I'm going to show you something that to me is very psychotic, because if my father, may he rest in peace, had tripped with those dog leashes, right? I can tell you that I would have burnt the crap out of them and I would not want to have them around anywhere, right? I wouldn't want to have them around, would you? Something that reminds you. So those are the dogs. I'm showing you the picture. Ron, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Madness.
So that's the picture with the dogs. And those are the same leashes after her father died that she still uses.
Yeah, nah, I'm not buying it. This is impossible. Yeah.
So it wasn't like it was like a long leash or anything like that. These are like hand leashes, you know, like I don't even know how I'm gonna trip like that. I walk city all the time, and her father was very strong. I mean, no, that's not Big Mike, PT. I have to do a live with so no, that's not Big Mike. Yeah, that's Doria. You know, and those are the dogs and those are the leashes. I would have burnt those leashes. I mean, I don't know about you, Andrew, but you know. Hello.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about burning the dog
Whatever, her
leashes.
dad died
You
or
often
something
hear
died.
of psychopaths keeping trophies. You know what I'm saying? But
Well, they do. I mean, you know, like the killers will keep trinkets and stuff from their victims, but what's the story on it? Did she kill her dad or something?
Well, those are the leashes that her father tripped on, those very same dog leashes, and he was found. Nobody saw what happened. The neighbors didn't see what happened, but he was found by a neighbor around midday, a little bit after midday, on the grass. And he still was holding the dog leashes in his hands. They were not around the ankles or anything like that. You know, so I don't know how he could have tripped if he was holding the dog leashes, but because nobody saw anything, and the autopsy report said that, yeah, it kind of didn't really match the injuries, but you know, since there's no witness or anything, and you know, we're going to rule it out an incident. It's just a black gentleman, you know. I'm sorry to say this, you know. So they just ruled it an accident, but they did put in the autopsy report that there were some inconsistencies because, you know, he didn't fall in the concrete. He fell, and then Doria removed all the grass and now it's only soil. But before there used to be grass there. And she inherited the house.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah, you never know, but you know that's what's happening. And did you see the thing on Radar Online that apparently Meghan Markle is begging her mom not to leave her? Did you see that, Andrew?
Oh, I mean, Radar Online's pretty good. I haven't seen that. No. Leave where? Where's she gonna go? I mean,
Apparently she left the home. She
Harry
left the
has money.
Montecito mansion.
Oh, I mean, if your mother-in-law leaves, good riddance. Harry's probably happy. You know, they weren't you the one that's saying that they would like drug him, no? Together. You know,
Well,
she beats him.
but how I mean, if Doria jumps ship, it's not the first time that she's abandoned Meghan Markle.
Oh no! Last time I read, that was a video I did on YouTube. I think it was 2 weeks ago. There was a piece that they put out. It was in one of the publications, and it had only Doria. It didn't even talk about Thomas Markle Sr. And they literally made it seem as if Doria was her parent, like that. None of that shit happened. So they're still pushing it. I don't even think the public knows. Like the only people that know about that woman are us. You know, the people out in the public, they just know, oh, that's Meghan's mom. Oh, this and this. No, I mean that woman, she went away. No,
Doria?
yeah, she left. She was gone when Meghan was 10.
No, not when she was 10, when she was 4.
Oh, well, yeah, from 4 to 10 or something. And then she lived
From
with the
4 to
dad.
16.
Yeah, there we go. And she lived with the dad the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So
She lived from 4 to 16 because the high school teachers had never seen her. They met her the first time for her graduation. And that's when they found out that Meghan Markle's mom was Black. The high school teacher, you know, she's on, when Meghan got engaged to Harry, they all talk about it. They gave an interview, you know how they interviewed them, and they said that we didn't even know she was Black. We thought she was Italian. And then they were shocked when they met the mother at graduation.
Do you want me to pull up your screen, Paula?
Yes, please.
I just want to apologize to everybody for my low energy this evening. July is a bit of a tough month for me, so I just want to apologize for my lack
I'm hungry now with a pizza.
Ron isn't Ronin right now, sadly. He's not Ronin. But I appreciate you all, and thank you for all for being here. Please like and subscribe. Please make sure you find everyone's links that are on the panel as well. And the mods have tracked down Heather's link for us. Thank you very much, mods. You are a legend. I don't know if I'll make sure it's in the description as well for everybody. But and also Andrew, welcome to the panel as well, mate. Hope you're doing well.
what's happening?
Yeah. That's kind of my report too. How are you doing? Well, I'm breathing. Like, what else do you want from me? Like, that's where I'm at today. Do you know what I mean?
L-I-V-I-N.
It's just, honestly, you ever wanted to scream so loud that you just explode yourself mid-scream? You ever wanted to just like vaporize?
You gotta hit the bag, yourself? Man. You got to hit the punchy bag.
Nah, I need my hands, man. I'll stave a finger and then I'll just like, it'll be worse. I'll be more angry at myself.
Yeah, you know, it's very interesting that Virginia Giuffre lawyers suggest calling Meghan Markle to testify in Prince Andrew case, guys. That's that we're talking now because of the Epstein thing, right? This is for reals. Virginia Roberts' lawyer came and they gave a press conference. This is in all the newspapers. You can go talk about it. And they say that Meghan Markle may be called to depose over legal actions against Prince Andrew. Said the lawyer of Virginia Roberts Giuffre, who has accused the Prince of SA when she was 17. And then they go on and say Ms. Markle could have some important knowledge. The lawyer said the attorney representing Ms. Giuffre told the Daily Beast on Tuesday. He said that he might seek to depose Ms. Markle as part of the civil suit slapped against the prince by Virginia, and said he believed Ms. Markle could be expected to tell the truth. She's somebody we can count on to tell the truth here. He also believed that she might have picked up some important knowledge about the royals' behavior. He said Ms. Markle was a close companion to Prince Andrew and therefore saw what he did. He also cited 3 reasons for Ms. Markle to be a potential deposition subject. 1, she is in the U.S., so we have jurisdiction over her. 2, she is somebody who obviously, at least for a period of time, was a close associate of Prince Andrew and hence is in a position to perhaps have seen what he did. And perhaps
That's
if not,
mad. That is mad.
Perhaps if not, to have seen what he did, to have heard people talk about it. Because of her past association with him, she may very well have important knowledge and will certainly have some knowledge. And 3, she's somebody who can count on to tell the truth. I think they were blackmailing her because, you know.
Yeah, it all sounded like it could have been somebody who really knew Meghan there until right at the end. So that is crazy. So when Paula told me about this, like, what we're talking about here is Meghan Markle possibly being witness to the same things that Virginia was.
She was around there.
It would have possibly been pulled up to the stand, right? Now, Paula and I were talking, and there was kind of rumors that these two could have possibly been in touch with each other, right? Virginia.
Up until mid-March this year, by text
Okay.
only.
Okay. So, and I'm just throwing this out there, everybody. Okay. But Meghan Markle ran away from the royal family with Harry, okay, for whatever reasons. Then we have the whole Man on the Island case. We have the shady past of Meghan Markle. Now, what team does that put Meghan Markle on when it comes to the island story? Because it sounds to me like she is on the same side as the prince and is there. I mean, what did it give any context as to why that she was there? Or is it just because she hung around the prince so much?
Well, there was a past association. Don't forget that they're very specific that that Meghan. I mean, the words are there. They're not saying that because she just met him and she became a member of the royal family. That's not what they're saying, are they?
I don't think so.
Well, the
No,
narrative
I mean-
that Meghan knew him, Meghan banged him, and then Harry got his seconds. That's the narrative.
Hang on a second. Let me just throw up the old. This is. Oh no! Wait.
Allegedly, yeah.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
Allegedly.
Alleged. It's all right. We've got the big.
That's the narrative that everybody knows of.
Yeah.
You know, Meghan was Andrew's seconds.
Yeah, but that's like. It's crazy.
It's not too far fetched if you think about it, because if she was chasing after rich men, you know, the yacht girl thing.
That's not the shocking part. The shocking part is could have been brought into the Epstein case as a witness. That's the part that kind of blows my mind a little.
Yeah, because it's all connected when you're in that game,
right?
That yacht girl game. That's
right?
What that is.
So could we not argue then that Meghan, now that she's not part of the royals, could equally be seen as a loose end? Because
no, I mean maybe, but
well, do you think
I can see what you're saying is why they're so worried about security? Maybe.
I mean, there's definitely a difference between yacht girl and 17-year-old groomed traffic victim. Do you see what I'm saying? Even if they're both doing kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So she may just be in more of the old voluntary service. If that
well, there's even photos of that woman. There's that woman, Paula. What's her name? The one that connects her to him.
Karina Shuliak. That was his last girlfriend. I have the picture. I'll show it, but I want to show you something
there's pictures
before
of that woman. Yeah. And
you know,
it's very obvious that Meghan was in those circles. So this isn't something where it's just us making it up on YouTube.
Oh no, of course not.
Real. You know, this is real stuff.
But here, Andrew, you don't have to worry about anything because there isn't Epstein doesn't have any clients. So
yeah,
you don't have
can you share that part of the screen?
Why when y'all were talking about it, I was like, that's already kind of over. There was even pieces in the press talking about how Andrew is scot-free.
Do you know? I think it's mad. This is the only time that I think America has tried to pull a swift one on the world without invading a nation first, right? Like do you know, like remember the whole Monica Lewinsky scandal? Bosh, let's head back into Iraq. You know, they love to do that, but at least they gave us something to distract us. You know, I feel like is the Epstein list the distraction from what the Diddy sentencing is going to be? Like, are we about to be told that Diddy's getting done with time served? Is Diddy already out? Have we missed it? Like, I don't know. But there's something going on with this, Andrew, because to tell us...
He gets sentenced soon, but yeah, I get you.
Like, to have the whole presidential campaign for Trump to be, elect me, I will show you the lists. Okay, then you join forces with basically the super nerd of the planet, Elon Musk. Okay, you become best friends with him. He then becomes your non-mainstream, unmainstream, weird meme guy on the internet that's given full legitimacy to a whole new generation of voters for Trump. Then, apparently, just out of nowhere, the FBI, head of the FBI, who goes on the Joe Rogan show, says that Epstein couldn't possibly have been, suspiciously unalived. That around about the same time, then Elon is posting that Trump is on the client list, and that's why he's not wanting to show anyone. And then 3 weeks after that, we're told the clients list never existed. Like, this is, if they get away with this is proper scary stuff, man. Like, if they get away with all of this, bro, there's no going back. There's no going back. Trump. Wait. I've got a better one for you, though. So I was trying to think about this earlier as to how could all of this have happened and Trump just be like lying to everyone's faces? And
that one's pretty easy to see, actually, because he keeps the evidence for himself. He blackmails all the people himself, and he wants to get his America First agenda through.
Why? Because they're pissed off.
You know?
Yeah, it could be that, right?
So, I mean, that's because if you have that information on those people, right, what would be better than telling the public while keeping it for yourself and using it?
Well, yeah, but the problem is he made multiple copies and folders of it and waved it about in front of people. So
Right.
we kind of know that it's out there, and we kind of know that a bunch of people have seen it. So I imagine at some point, if a bunch of people get blackmailed, someone's going to say something and then get food poisoning, if you know what I'm saying. So also, welcome, Lady Letitia. Welcome. I'll get to your hellos in just a second, but Andrew, like,
But you're also forgetting one thing. He doesn't have to be reelected. See, it's very different when you're going from a first administration to a second administration. This time, he's not fighting for a reelection in 2028. He can do whatever the shit he wants. So it doesn't matter if people are pissed off with him. If people are mad, that's their business. He knows that as the president, he's going to do whatever he wants because he's got 3 years left to really fuck shit up. Excuse me, but you know what I mean.
You're right.
I'm with you, but I don't know if I'm buying it. I just don't know.
It's because it's too easy. That's what.
It could be. It could be that. It could be that it's so obvious.
Well, he's trying not to get out of office too. He's trying to be in there forever. They're going to try to. He's going to probably try to put something in law where he doesn't.
The third election is just a talking point from the left. He wasn't serious. He's just.
Do you think there's any way possible that Trump was totally blindsided with all this?
No.
Nah.
He knows.
There's no hope for me, right? I cannot, in my head, I'm just trying to convince myself that Trump didn't lie to all of our faces.
No,
I'm not really convinced now that he got shot in the ear. Like, I don't even think I remember that properly. Like, I'm pretty sure that didn't happen. If it wasn't for the poor freaking fireman that lost his life, like, I'm sure a lot of people would be questioning that, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. Also, why aren't we questioning that? Was it not like a 14-year-old kid that, like, walked a rifle into a political... Anyway, that was a whole madness.
Yeah, it was mad.
But yeah, Trump definitely knows. I know. It's like when I try and convince myself
to know that he's on the list.
Yeah, right. It's like every time I've got to remind myself that yes, sadly, Taylor Swift probably is one of the evil satanic witches of Hollywood, and I just have to admit it. Do you know what I'm saying? But we take her out last, okay? We take her out last. I'm telling you now, we take her out last. That's the deal.
And what people forget, what one of the main things that people don't understand is Ron Burkle, who was very good friends with Jeffrey Epstein. And Ron Burkle is the owner of Soho House, where Meghan Markle kept her suitcases for many weeks in advance. and Meghan Markle flew to Jamaica in 2017 on a private jet that was Ron Burkle's to meet Harry or to crash the wedding. And she flew in a private jet. Okay, so Ron Burkle was very good friends with Jeffrey Epstein, and Ron Burkle is also the godfather to Diddy's twin girls, I believe. And if you look at this, although Ron Burkle is an investor in Archwell because he invests in Archwell, he's the owner of Soho House. He's a billionaire.
Yeah, but that's what they said the whole Diddy
audience.
They said the whole Diddy trial was the purpose was for the Diddy trial was to clean up evidence. That was the point. So when you think about the Diddy trial, why do you think he didn't get all the main charges? The charges that he got compared to what he could have was a joke.
Right. Do you know,
So when
Andrew? Do you know what? I've seen a pattern in Hollywood cases where the main focus is to erase any possible charge that can link to RICO, that can link to a global syndicate or elitist PDF group. Anything that can remotely look like that is completely wiped from these cases, and they want to whittle it down to, oh no, he's just a pervert, right? Rather than he's a global predatory monster, because we're going to find out that, hey, listen, yeah, those girls did probably go to Epstein Island, but they were all for Jeffrey. He was just a bit of a little scallywag. Do you know what I mean? That's what we're heading towards, because that's what we've been hit with in the Diddy case. Do you know what I'm saying? It's the equivalent of, you know, having someone go from your house at a party to pick up a lady of the evening in a car to drive them back to the house again, and then everything going mad, and it just so happening because you've been in a car and driven somewhere that's transporting. Do you see what I mean? It couldn't be any more of do you know what it's like? And I gave this analogy. It's like me driving my car through your house, Andrew, and me just being done with trespassing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's and just be like, oh, sorry, Andrew, mate. I'll see you later. Don't mean to leave you to deal with all of this. Do you know what I mean? Sorry for the trespassing. Crazy, Paula. I can sense it. There you are.
This is Virginia Giuffre. A list. This isn't one of the things that she had. A list of potential witnesses filed by Giuffre's legal team included investor Ron Burkle, as well as Clinton, and the former president's aide, Doug Band, who were said to have traveled with Epstein and Maxwell in a list of relevant documents. Robert's team listed all photos of Ghislaine Maxwell at Chelsea Clinton's wedding.
Why don't they just show the list?
They won't. There's no list. I don't even know why Ghislaine Maxwell is in jail. But there's a thing that's very more sinister. I mean, to me, it's incredible that, because from the information I got, and I've been very hesitant to talk about it, but I am going to talk about it. It's the fact that apparently Meghan Markle was texting Virginia Roberts up until March, and they were supposed to meet in New York. But she never spoke to Virginia. It was only text messages.
I'll say this to you. I don't think any conversations with Virginia between November last year until her passing, I don't know how we can say that we can confirm 100% that was Virginia. Because she went from talking voice notes and calls to people that I know that have worked with her and spoken to her. Some people on social media, some people, you know, it extends further than that. But they cannot give me anything more than text conversations or DMs or anything. And
but wait a minute, don't you remember that when we were asking for proof of life, then there came this reporter from the Daily Mail who said that was Virginia with her brother, and we dissected that photo and said that can't be her because she looks heavier.
I'm not buying any of the official reports. I'm not buying anything her brother said. I'm not buying anything his brother's wife said. I'm not buying any of it. It's nonsense. If I'm expected to believe that 1 minute, and again, here's the thing. There was no bus crash. She was not in hospital. She didn't leave hospital. She didn't go into hospital. If she did, somebody would have seen it. Somebody, anybody, somebody, okay? The bus driver had to make a formal statement because he didn't want to get in trouble with his job, because they would have thought that there was some sort of insurance thing to be dealing with, going by what Virginia had said. But then we get eyewitness testimony that there was only one person in the car. It was a mild crash that there was so insignificant they never even exchanged information. Okay? And the bus driver is a former EMT. So, Paula, I applied the logic of the courts to this. And police and firemen and EMTs and doctors are seen as great witnesses. Same as lawyers and things like this, because they're seen as better sources of information than, say, a homeless guy or someone with mental health or anything like that. So I'm going to take his word. I'm going to take his word on this. I'm going to take his word on it that he threat assessed when he got out of the bus and went, right, is there any dogs or babies or passengers in this vehicle? Scanned the vehicle. No, just one crazy woman in her mid-70s who was working as a farmhand or whatever it was. It's nonsense. It's shenanigans.
No, I mean, for me, it's the thing that Meghan was texting with her up until mid-March.
Yep.
That's what threw me off, because I have seen some of the text messages. It's like, and then, and then I remember, because I've forgotten about that article that we talked about, that Virginia wanted to call her as a witness, right? And then I'm like, wait a minute. Then Ron Burkle, and then Diddy, and Meghan Markle. You know how unfamous Meghan Markle was in 2015? I can pull up that article.
Yeah, she
was so unfamous, so unknown. 2015, she was flown specially from wherever the hell she was in Canada to Istanbul for the opening of the Soho House. Okay, for the weekend, just to be a carpet filler. And then they took a picture of her and this girl and Bruglia, I think they're singers, and they named her as a guest, because they didn't even know her name. I have the article here. This is how unknown Meghan Markle, and this is 2015, before she met Meghan Markle. Istanbul. Let me see. It says Snap. It shows here Snap resurfaced show Meghan Markle at Soho House before they partied at a club. I mean, she was there as a carpet filler, and nobody knew who she was. And I mean, and then this girl was saying, like, nobody knows Meghan Markle is, and nobody knew who she was, and that, this woman did this article that she was named as guest. I'll show you. Here's the article. I have it here for you, so you can read. This is in 2015, when she's supposed to be this multimillionaire famous woman. I have it here. Where's that shit? Don't tell me that they removed that bloody article. Here it is. Girl About Town. Never before seen photo of Meghan Markle shows it wasn't a long ago. She was an unnamed guest at showbiz parties. That's the picture of her. She's there with Meghan Markle, and at the end, and they have to point out at the end, with a group at a party in 2015 where she was simply guest. She was hired by Soho House to be entertaining VIP guys. This is an actor I know. And it was her life as a lesser known TV actress may seem like a distant dream, but as never before seen picture right of Meghan Markle proves, it was not long ago that she was so unfamous. She was simply described as an unnamed guest in post photos at showbiz parties. Okay. And she says, only a year before becoming one of the most famous women in the world as Prince Harry's girlfriend, Meghan, 35, was drafted in to walk the red carpet, among other things, at Soho House, Istanbul's opening party. She posed alongside a group that included singers, Paloma Faith.
Paloma Faith's pretty, like, she's a megastar.
Sophie Alex Baxter.
She's fell off a little bit.
All were named in the picture except Meghan, who was just another guest.
Wow. Go back up to that picture, Meghan. Go back up. Honestly, she's mad. The one time she's got something ironed on. Yeah. The one time. Soon as she became anything close to a royal, bosh, the iron got thrown out. Man.
She's not in the middle. She always have to be in the middle taking the picture.
No, she's the teapot's handle on this occasion.
That's her old nose.
Yeah.
Oh damn!
No, look at you can see it. That's her old nose.
Listen, as long as the toes are kept away, then we're fine. She's
don't start talking about Godzilla, because it will just magically appear.
And then I'll show you another one here. And this is another one here. This is of her with Eddie Redmayne here at Soho House, Istanbul, years before they partied at the club in Amsterdam, which is another thing that's very sneaky. Because in 2018, 1 week prior to Eugenie's wedding in October, where she announced that she was 3 months pregnant, she had gone to an Amsterdam at a Soho House party in Amsterdam, and she was drinking wine and all kinds of alcohol. So I don't know how she could have been 3 months pregnant and announced it at Eugenie's.
You slap the word Istanbul at the end of anything, and I feel like someone's replacing the Grey Goose at the bar with Smirnoff.
This is Meghan Markle. This is Meghan Markle. Okay, this is with Eddie Redmayne. She was not in the center, as you can see. She's trying to put herself in the center there. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, back in the day where you could actually smoke a cigarette somewhere. Look at that. That man is holding a cigarette. Wow, yeah. Different time, man. Different time to be alive. Different time.
Yeah. Yeah, but this is, and then she's there when she was trying to audition for Met in Chelsea. This is at the Soho farmhouse back in 2016, before, you know, everything came out with Harry. But the interesting thing here is, like, why would Meghan Markle be texting to Virginia and the links to her, you know, and be called in as a witness? And then it's really interesting that Virginia unalives herself right about the time when all the list is going to disappear. And she was one of their most vocal people who could have
the poster child, Paula. She's the poster child. She is the poster child for it all. Okay.
And but this is what makes me wonder. This is the question I'm going to put to everybody here, Andrew and everybody. Mm-hmm. Is Meghan Markle next? Because if Virginia Roberts was going to call her for Prince Andrew, that means that Meghan Markle was around other people as well.
What'd you say? What did you say?
It makes you wonder whether Meghan Markle was freaking out and texting Virginia because she felt that she could have been next or something was seriously wrong. Because if Virginia Roberts was calling her as a witness of not because she became a royal, which would make no sense. Why would you call Meghan Markle just because she just met Prince Andrew? But she's clearly, the lawyer says, because she was a close associate of Prince Andrew and was around their environment. So now Meghan Markle not only saw Prince Andrew, but she saw others as well. So I wonder if that's why Meghan Markle was texting Virginia, and if there was some sort of worry going on, and if Meghan Markle is going to be next.
I'll be honest with you. It would kind of explain the mad behavior to keep yourself in the public eye that Meghan is becoming renowned for. As long as I'm doing stupid stuff,
I mean,
no one can take me out of the game.
I mean, what do you guys think? Because I mean, Virginia Roberts, they were very clear that it wasn't because why would you call somebody who just got married into the royal family? It doesn't make sense. She was calling Fergie as well and Prince Charles as witnesses.
1 second, everyone. That's Julia phoning me. I'll be right back.
I mean, what do you guys think? What do you think, Andrew?
It's a lot. I mean, I don't know about next, but I know the one thing that can be for certain, she was in those circles. She was connected to those people. And there's really no defending that. Like I said, you have the photos, Paula. You know, there's photos of Meghan with that woman, and then there's photos of that woman with Epstein. And like, this is a for sure that she was associated with those people. But as far as next, that's a lot.
I think she's too high on the totem pole to be next. She knows too much, right? Like, I think she's too high up. That's my opinion. Do I think she knows stuff? Oh yeah, no, she knows stuff. And maybe, like, you got to keep someone around, right? So,
you know, and maybe that's what they were saying about security when they kept on saying that they're afraid for their lives. Maybe that's why, because of the circles that Meghan was running in.
Yeah, but you know, if they're cleaning up house, Meghan is not really that high up in the totem pole. You know what I mean?
She's the prince's wife, Colgo.
Yeah.
Right there. There it is right there.
Yeah, and I want to stress that Karina Shuliak was the last girlfriend that Epstein had when he allegedly unalived himself. And she's on record saying that the only times she was on a yacht or in a plane was with Jeffrey Epstein, her boyfriend. And there's Meghan Markle. That's Misha Nunu right there. And then there's Karina Shuliak. I have another picture as well, because I'm going to show you this. I don't know if you guys know this Deepak Chopra kind of guy. I'm going to show you, who was very good friends with, what's his name? With Epstein as well. And remember when Meghan Markle did the 40 by 40 that nobody did really? When she turned 40, she said, I'll do 40 by 40. Remember that, guys?
I do. I know what you're talking about.
That she asked celebrities to donate 40 minutes of their time to mentor women, which really, what would 40 minutes mean? It wouldn't mean anything.
It's
but, you know,
stupid.
I mean, and this is what Deepak Chopra wrote. He posted a tweet and said, to my dear friend Meghan, and now we know that Deepak Chopra was incredibly tight and was in those places with, what's his name, with Mr. Epstein. So, I mean, make of that what you will, but to me, that's very sus. I'm just trying to find the picture, but I'm going to show you another picture in the meantime while I'll find the other one. This is them in the Mediterranean. They stopped to eat lunch here. Maybe Ron can share it.
He said he went to the mail.
Oh, he went to, well, when he comes back, I'm going to have him share that, because there's pictures there of, I have the picture of them eating at a restaurant, because it stopped all over the Mediterranean, right? And then I have the tweet of the guy who was saying, Meghan Markle, are you free for the week for Croatia?
Mm-hmm.
You know, for yachting. We have the guy on the hot Miami yachts that he yachted with Meghan Markle. I don't know if you guys have seen that show, Hot Miami Yacht. And there's the guy who's a yachter. He's gay. It's called Hot Miami Yachts. And he says, I yachted with her. I was going to have him on my show. And he actually showed me pictures. And then suddenly he went off the radar, and I received an email from a lawyer saying, please do not show those pictures. He's not going to come on the show. And yeah, just forget everything he